Daily Sean, what up tribe? Thought I'd give you a school update. So for those that don't know, those who are just visiting, those who are just joining, I have gone back to school. I am a master's prepared nurse, acute care nurse practitioner. I went back to school, got my master's, and I've been a nurse practitioner for the past, going on 8 years. Decided last fall, so a year ago, decided that it's time to go back and finish, get the terminal degree, get my doctorate. Started in the spring of 2020. Yes, in the midst of the pandemic. Thank you, COVID. And I just finished my second semester, so summer 2020, trying to give you a timeline. And I thought I would, just use this as a way of reflecting, as a way of updating those of you that are interested in following this path. And quite honestly, to use it as some sort of personal record of how things went. So the summer semesters suck, no matter what, because, well, it's the summer. So nobody likes going to summer school, and I'm a little tired of going to summer school, but here I am doing it yet again for like the fourth time. Summer school sucks. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. This past spring when the pandemic hit, I took health policy. It was my first reintroduction to the doctoral level classes, and APA formatting, writing papers, collegiate academic papers was a bit of a steep learning curve. And then this past summer, so the springtime when I wrote my papers using APA, I used every website known to man and paid for several websites, subscribed to them, and used their automated helping tools on parenthetical phrases and how to cite references with more than 5 or 6 authors within text, and how you would cite them in your references. I mean, I literally utilized all the tools that everyone recommended. This past summer, I was able to not have to rely on those tools 100%. So the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I completely lost how to cite and utilize APA formatting. I can't say that I missed it in any way, but I understand its utilization, and I recognize it and respect it. So that was the first thing that I learned this past summer, is that when I was writing my papers and I wrote my final paper, I didn't have to utilize the tools as much. I used the tools as a checks and balance system. I was able to write most of my APA references, both in-text, parenthetical phrase, as well as my references. I was able to do all of that with little assistance. Now, I still used the tools to double check my work, but I felt a lot more confident utilizing APA. I'm still going to use the tools because as of this semester coming up in the fall, I have I think I have one class, I don't know if both classes are making us use the next version of APA. For those of you that are not aware, APA has come out with a 7th edition. The 6th edition has been around since 2010. I'm lucky enough to not only go back to school during a pandemic, but I'm also lucky enough to go back to school when they decided to change APA formatting, or at least update it. I don't know all the changes that I'm going to have to learn about. Thank you so much for updating that in the midst of me going back to school for my doctorate. Appreciate it. The second thing that I've learned is that I'm getting better at research again for the second time. I lost, if you don't use it, you lose it, and I lost the ability, or that muscle weakened a lot. So picking topics, using search strings, and finding the appropriate research and journal articles was a little easier. It's still exhaustive and still takes up so much of your time, but I'm a little better at it, a little more efficient at it, and I imagine as time goes on, I'll become even more efficient at it. Doing critical appraisals of articles to decide if the article is valid and reliable, and if it's something that will change practice, if it's something that you would use, I've become better at that as well. So, and I believe this fall when I take the 2 classes that I'm taking, I'm going to get a whole lot more practice with both of those particular skills. So, 2 of 6 semesters down, 4 to go. Literally, I'm doing a spring, summer, fall, and I graduate in the fall of 2021. 4 semesters to go. The fall semester is formatted differently. Once again, thank you, COVID, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. So it should be interesting to see how things go. I'm taking 2 classes instead of 1, working full-time, also picking up extra time in my per diem job. The next 3 months are going to hurt. I'm going to try my best to give you content and to release a video at least once a week. I'm hoping and I'm planning, and my intent is to give a video every Saturday. Don't ask me if it's morning or night, but you'll get a video every Saturday, bare minimum. I'm hoping to do more. I'm going to do more of these on the fly kind of videos, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful. I literally am enjoying one of my 2 days off. I worked. I have the weekend off before the semester goes right back into swing, and I can't say that I would have liked some more time off. There's the last thing I would say, is that I wish I had just a little bit more time for my brain to rest. But this is what we signed up for, isn't it? Education. It's never a bad thing. It really isn't. I had someone on one of my social media channels ask me if it was a complete waste of time, and if it was, in their words, if it was horseshit. And I was kind of upset by it, but I can understand why they made the comment. And I can tell you that it is not a complete waste of time, and it is not horseshit. It doesn't matter whether you agree with the material that you're learning. You will gain something out of every class that you take, and it will get you closer to whatever goal it is you have. And for me, that goal is to become an educator, to become a teacher in the academic setting. So, that's it. 2 down, 4 to go. And as always, make sure you check your own pulse first.